Hi everyone, well welcome. This is Radio Station here, and this edition of Anime Reactions, we're gonna go and react, and we're gonna go ahead and do this Winter 2020 live stream session 5. So I got some intro down. All right, so from what was indicated here, I'm just trying to check and check. So we're gonna be doing for this edition. We're gonna be doing, and hopefully I did not download the wrong ones. Isekai Quartet, season 2, episode 3. The Bolfuri or Shield Heroine, episode 4. Hopefully I got the right one. Yes, I did. Jibaku Shounen Hanako-kun, episode 4. Kyokufuri, episode 4. Somali to Mori no Kamisama, episode 4. And Rikei ga Koe no Ochita no de Shoumei shitemita, episode 6. Retired is obviously Eizouken ni wa te o dasu na. For obvious reasons. To say the least. So what's up, guys? I mean, I'm sorry if this is a little bit early. I mean, I was gonna say just 8:30, but hold on. But you know what? Hold on a sec, cause. Alright, sorry about that. Someone just left the kettle on, and I just don't want it to cause a lot of unnecessary noise while it's streaming. So yeah. I wish Inspector was 24 episodes. Yeah, I mean it's the kind of show that would have needed such a length. So I want to see what's the progress on it right now. Is there not? Like if it's doing good, I think a season 2 is kind of it would warrant a season 2, but not always. I mean, because the way the way like adaptations go nowadays, it's kind of just like you just kind of go. It's just kind of you're not so sure. Well, they're doing better job though. I mean, they did announce the Alright, it feels kind of short with 12 episodes. I mean, yeah. I mean, but it's a great watch. I don't know why people would want to skip out. The only thing why it's just because like due to a lot of issues that this just wasn't in my priorities at the time. Although like I wish I could, make it a priority, but the thing is I think it's a better way to do interactions with more people when it comes to the other stuff. And I know like with Railgun we come to it, with Magical Records we come to it. Well, Railgun I'm doing live streams on because of the requests. And then there's Haikyuu, but it's only for those who are really following the sports stuff. So yeah, I'm seeing there's not much people. There's only 3. I didn't count myself because I kind of just paused my watch history for a good reason to see like to just note that I shouldn't be to just count me out from the chat here. So I'm only seeing like maybe 2, 3, maybe it fluctuates every few minutes or so. So I'm not so sure. So I'm not so sure what to really start off with. I could go with Isekai Quartet season 2. I mean, that's a go-to. That's something to kind of knock out and hope let people just kind of slowly come in, and that would be a good strategy there. So, I mean, I do want to share my thoughts regarding something that I did not mention earlier before. I was gonna do a video. I was wanting to do a video on it, but I guess I could just share it right now. When like last week when we heard Kobe Bryant actually passing away, and like he got killed in a helicopter crash along with his along with one of his daughters, and that's a really sad thing. That was a really sad thing. Like I remember. So here's the thing. I heard about it. I was trying to take it as is, like, oh, just do my normal thing. But inside of me, I'm just like, this can't be real, right? You just can't be real, right? Like I was looking at the news and I was like at the time trying to keep strong, but keep it together. And at the same time, we just like I was trying the thing like, please let this be a lie. Please let this be a lie. Please like please like. Is there any way like he was probably like still alive? And no, the man is gone. And and I still went about with my what I usually do every on the same days. Like this is the same day that we had the last stream of summer of these sessions. And to just find out about it and then try to go on with your stuff, even though because apparently he's not like directly involved in my life, obviously. But you just try to go on, but at the same time it's just like you don't feel the same way about it. Yeah, I do just type in whatever, watch whatever, and it's still kind of the same thing. But at the same time, but when I do post about Kobe Bryant's passing, it was just something where I can't really put. I don't have the proper words to really say how sad I was. I mean, cause not gonna lie, it wasn't really Michael Jordan that made me a basketball fan. It was more so Kobe Bryant. No disrespect, Shaq. He was there. It's just to Shaquille O'Neal. He when he actually those two, well, mostly Kobe. They were the ones that at the time made me a basketball fan. Well, specifically a Laker fan at the time. Even when I was young, I'm just like, oh, Dad, like, are the Lakers gonna win again? Are the Lakers gonna win again? They always win, right? Right. This is just based off what I remember, right? And I always remember when like I would just be watching Kobe at the free throw line, right? And I would always expect him to make it. And when he misses it, I actually just like what, and I'm just like, did he just really miss it? That's really how. That's really how I just kind of remember him. Like I liked how like and I liked how he usually played his game. Like he actually practiced it. Like the other day on one of the TNT, Shaquille O'Neal, pray, uh, prayers for him. I know he's hurt. I know he's still hurting right now, and he's a fun loving big old kid. Even though like people can say stuff about him, I like this man too, but. I applaud him keeping it together while telling one of these favorite stories about Kobe Bryant when he was young, doing like usually basically doing shadow balling. No, not the shadow ball in Pokemon. The shadow ball where he is just like moving, pump faking, talking to himself. All those moves he did in game. He was practicing without the damn ball. Without the damn ball. And when the game's on the line, who do you think the coach should? Who do you think Phil Jackson was gonna give it to? Kobe, of course. Well, most of the time. I mean, this was something I did not know about up until then, like all these tales and all. And then to hear some of the memories like involved, like this guy, there was like Charles Barkley had a sit down interview with him one on one, which was something he actually did not remember until they pulled it up. And then like all these memories, just like they may be something on a whim, but when that people involved is like really dear to you, like has some strong ties to you, and then he or she passes away, those moments, like no matter how much you want to take them like for granted or what, they just suddenly resonate and hurt even more when the man when that person is gone. So it's still a shock. I still it still hasn't got to be like for me now, you know, being like almost 30, I'm trying to at least, just take it out being far too upset with it because, like I said, he wasn't directly involved in my life, obviously. But then, like, I saw the clip. It was recorded on Tuesday. And sorry if you guys are coming in right now. You're listening to me talk about something other than anime. We there was a I was watching some of the clips. It was on YouTube on TNT, and Shaq was talking about you know the passing Kobe, and this fella. This was the 2 days before he was sharing one of those funny stories about Kobe. He was he was like trying to keep it together, and then when he started crying, that hurts because he's usually a guy that is all up and serious, or also just like laughing, just having this hearty laughter and all, and just making all these silly remarks and acts on live on live on the set to see this guy just really just crack up and just and almost like just go to sobbing, and he held himself up and was able to finish it at least. That hurt. That really hurt for and this is and again this is coming from me, like, who was not directly involved. Like, when I look back, and but what hurts for me the most is that, like, when I get my when like I've the one of there are like some little mini goals I've set for myself, whether as I go, and one of the little mini goals was to try to at least meet Kobe in person. Like, I didn't take it for granted, like, but it was something where it was on the back seat and more like where I would do it when I'm able to get myself out of this rut I'm in right now. Now I cannot even fulfill that wish anymore. I can't. I cannot go I cannot go over and shake his hand or just like, oh, I'm a big fan of you since I'm a child, since I was young. I used to be a Laker fan and all, even though I'm not like much of the sports anymore as I used to. It's just like I still have much respect for what you did. I'm never gonna be able to say, interact or say anything like that anymore. Even when I do get a chance one day, and I can't. That's how regretful I kind of feel now. Like, yeah, like I could have done it earlier, but it's not like I would have known that he would just suddenly pass away. And it's a real, and I've mentioned it in the previous. I think it was during the Somali one of the Somali reactions, which which is part of the schedule right now. Death is not an easy thing to talk about, like, regardless of who you are. We can joke about it to a certain degree, as long as something is not clearly offensive or something, or if the person that is being insulted is just like they're just kind of getting over it, and you just kind of go offline. But you still have to keep it. You still can't go too far. It's not an easy thing to talk about. And the thing is, this is not really where fiction or anime, where you just resurrect from your this in this real world. You do not resurrect from your death, from basically your molecule of soul, or from getting your existence erased. No, this is not fiction. Once you're gone, once you're gone, you're gone forever. Like, that's the painful thing about it. And because we don't really know if because I would assume reincarnation is not a thing, because I frankly don't take supernatural things for granted. Well, I do want to believe that there's something in supernatural, and something like maybe life after death or something. But no, like that doesn't mean we can take death that like we have to kind of appreciate the life we have right now at this point. So yeah, that was a that's a real that was just something I wanted to share. Like I did say, I was originally wanting to do it in a separate video, but I'm not that really sophisticated but I would have to make it a sophisticated one where I have to do graphic editings and all that, and of course I don't have the damn software for it. Like my format is so old, but it's not that really sophisticated right now, which is why it's hard for me to get back subs. Bottom line. But yeah, that's some non-anime related stuff I just wanted to share. So I see more people are coming into the chat right now. 6, I guess. Um, so I guess we can get to start. I think Isekai Quartet is a good way to start off if you guys are okay with it. Like to the few people here right now. So last time, now trying to change topics, trying to change the mood here. Last time on Isekai Quartet, poor Aqua just had deja vu, and Naofumi was just like, it's like fuck this shit. He's not like I'm out. I'm not involved. He just shut himself in. I don't know when. I'm not so sure when during the actual main story of Shield Hero was Naofumi Raphtalia and Philo taken, because I don't think he's at that point where he's able to use Iron Maiden unless if something changes down this season. Unless if it was like high tech to transfer your mind or body to another body, which happens in the movies. I mean, honestly, I think it could be possible, but that's not. But we know that we can't just readily expect it anytime soon. Aqua got X in the mission. Well, yeah, I've said before, the operation was a success, but the patient died. Like that. That was how that operation went. They actually succeeded, but the patient died, basically. So yeah, that's all I can really share. Is Isekai Quartet? I mean, it's I won't say it's a good series. It's just your guilty pleasure, and you just like if you're into Isekai. If you hate Isekai, you don't you. I hate repeating myself, but if you hate Isekai, you won't like the series. If you love Isekai, you'll enjoy the series a lot. I'm indifferent. It depends on the quality of the story. It depends on the charm, the characters themselves, and all. And Isekai Quartet is just kind of. So I'm just kind of at a like a 50-50, sort of 50-50 with Isekai Quartet. I mean, some jokes land, some do not. It just kind of depends on from episode to episode. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get this started. If everyone is ready, then everyone right now here is ready, then I can get this started. Oh yeah, what's up, Dragna? Sorry if I've not been able to respond to a lot of your messenger, your replies in the messenger. It's just that trying to do for messenger and all, like in. Try to watch anime, do other stuff. That's not easy. That's not easy thing to do. So I do apologize on that part. I mean, but you can conversate with me here if you're able to stay. So yeah, Isekai Quartet Season 2, Episode 3. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up. And okay, wow. I don't know why it decided to go small like that, but that's cool. Anyways, let's get started. In 3, 2, 1, go. Don't worry, Kanta. I am following Jibaku, Shounen, Hanako, and I'm frankly enjoying it. Funny enough, I haven't watched Danganronpa yet, which is by the same studio that is doing it. Yet. Oh God, it's that cockroach from season 3 of Overlord. What was the cockroach's name again? What was his what was this guy's name again? Was it Was it Yeah, it was Beezle some. I frankly don't remember. I just remember him as like the king of the leader of the roaches in there, and you know those hapless raiders that just kind of met their fate. Like one of them just kind of got eaten alive. From what I've heard, from what I've heard, this was messed. This was fucked up, right? So the king, so the Kyokufuri was like, not only does this guy get eaten, he's just like, oh, I wanna. Is like, no, I'm just gonna. I've heard that the Kyokufuri King then casts some sort of magic to reform the guy so they can eat again. So he would just be nothing but an endless buffet until they're satisfied. That's the end he meant. That's some fucked up shit right there. So he can't even die on his. So he just can't even die on his own accord. It's only when they're just tired of him. Like it was already messed up to see how they act, but to see what they was not shown in the anime, to hear about it, it was just like, wow. Detention. But what is he involved with the detention on this part? That's still not rated G, folks. Oh, when you know they're sickened, yeah. Oh no. Did they literally? I don't want to imagine. Oh, okay. That is a bit. That is quite disturbing. Oi oi oi. Jeez, like I don't even want to. I'm glad they didn't show it. What was going on in the back? That is like I hate cockroaches too. To see this one of the legs hanging out of Kazuma's mouth, or one and a leg out of yeah. So I wonder if I don't even want to know how darkness would handle detention. Detention. How are they still? How? Well, I can get why Aqua would still be alive, but Cosmo's still alive with possibly bug parts stuck in him or something. What? Oh no! Never trust. Oh, this is the last person you want to see in a with you doing experiments. It's not, lab experiments. Oh no, 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 no! I know what's coming. Aw, cute little thing. He just did. All right. Shuffling, shuffling, shuffling. Oh, do you really want to let them know? Okay, so well, they're casting a barrier, but is it really gonna? Is that really gonna be enough? Okay, okay. Well, it could have been worse. It could have. Hey, it could have been worse. Just saying. Just saying. At least the explosion was contained. But now we gotta deal with some leaking water pipes. Some giant ass. Mm. Okay, just do it. Just. Okay, that ended all right. Okay, that's good. That's good. They don't need to go through that damn roach, roach infestation again. So they just intentionally caused an incident, so those guys, so they can have the opportunity to do good deeds and get their detentions reduced. He's pretty big for a roach. Last guy you want with the last guy you want to have tea with, because cockroaches tend to have they tend to spread a lot of germs because they be crawling through these little dirty places, attics, attics, little part of the basement, up through sewer pipes and all that. Yeah, that's the last thing you want to have a tea party with, but I guess it worked out well. I mean, I was a I was just kind of glad they didn't have to suffer that damn detention thing. You can't even call it detention anymore. It's more like infestation. It's like the bug move in Pokemon Infestation, but arguably maybe worse, depending on the description of infestation in the actual Pokemon game. Yeah, I mean, I guess it worked well this time. Like, okay, I'm gonna be honest right now. I'm not all big with the 8-bit part with the 8-bit endings. It just kind of I'm not even bothering. I'm not gonna bother. Okay. So that's gonna be episode three. Three checked off. All right. So what's next? So there's not much to really talk about with this with a show like this. It's just more crossover shenanigans and dark Aqua being Aqua, Megumi being Megumi, and we although the cockroach king was kind of sort of unexpected, I guess. But well, like I'm glad we didn't see how they got infested. Like that would have just been gruesome, and even for super deformed standards. So I guess that's why they do. Maybe maybe I'll just be hoping in Blu-ray they act and when they come on Blu-ray the uncut parts. Well, if this show even needs a Blu-ray, that they will actually show what happened, like what happens when the tension is in when the tension starts. But I frankly don't want to even know. I can already get a good I get a good imagery in my head as to what goes down. But yeah, so with that being crossed up, so what's next? Do we want to go with Jibaku Shonen, or do we want to go with Shield Hero, the Shield Heroine first, or Shield Art, Shield Online the cute girls going cute girl stuff edition. I think we can go with I think we can go with the Shield Hero one, or basically Naofumi and Masu's disowned daughter, because I know there's a sort of online references. They're so blatantly obvious, but this thing is trying to emulate some the whole thing with girls gathering, just doing stuff and then there's just one guy, but it's not completely like that because there's this Klein dude called Kurumu, like basically in being involved as well. Where's the Aegyo like character though? Where's the black guy at? Still ready to sit in academy opening ending. Well, yeah, well, Sets in Academy, that show is daft. It's just G-rated B stars. Well, that's kind of a bad way to put it. It's kind of just G-rated B stars with just way too much damn comedy and a totally different animation studio and all. Have blood scary stuff except for IQ. If the show wasn't comedy most, it would actually be an actual show now with chibis and etc. Yeah, I mean that would. I mean, but yeah, but it's more so for the fans just have fun. So they just went with the chibi, and with the lighthearted stuff. But although it's still disturbing to think about the whole thing with the roaches and going into your going in and out of your bodies. That's horrifying. Um, so I guess we can go ahead with this one because might as well get the might as well get the more trashier stuff out of the way. Because I'm gonna be real, I'm still on the fence with Wolfuri. I really am. This episode may or may not dictate whether or not I want to continue with it, like for real. Cause I remember first two episodes I was just bashing on it. I was just literally just bashing on it. I did not care. Episode 3 I did kind of give it a pass because at least they kind of nerfed her down. Like I was complaining about how overpowered she was, but at least they were able to address it. But now with that being the thing, you're now gonna have to try to put some identity in place. Like, what does it want to do? And depending on what it wants to do, is it something worth following? Because it can get more. Because I feel like this could get boring. For like depending on because of the low ceiling regarding this. Well, what is the studio by the studio Silverlink? Yeah, Silverlink's kind of well known. I mean, they did do Rockadai, Bakates, and Strike the Blood, and Tasugari Osome, and Non Biori. Unfortunately, they also did Keijo no Mago, which was really bad. They also did well, they kind of did. They also did Machiavellism too, and some. They also did the they also did the spin-off Fate series, the Kayed, where Ilia turns into a magical girl. Yeah, that one where the one with the whole lesbian esque. Well, even the lesbian's not even subtle either. I'm just gonna put it at that. But I digress. That's not the sort of you know this is not the sort of stream to talk about that. But yeah, we can just go ahead and start with this one. Although frankly I don't have I frankly don't have anything. I don't expect anything particularly good or amazing from this show, anyways. But there's something to just kind of roll with. I mean, if you guys want to give out on it, I want to give out on it too. Well, it does depend. And so I'm going to pull this up. Hopefully I pulled up the right one. Did I pull up the right one? Yeah, I did. I need to stop relying on horrible subs though, because horrible subs has that bad habit of overlapping certain subtitles, especially the English ones. Alright, so Shield Heroine starting in 3, 2, 1, go. There's a lot of stuff I would talk about with Ilya and how I don't even want to go with it. With how Crow just how she tries to replenish her damn mana and all. I'm not even gonna go into detail about it. You. For those who are not familiar with it, go and watch it at your own risk. I'm just putting it that way. Okay, so I'm very frankly don't even care about this damn OP. Sorry. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm pretty sure the Super Bowl is today or is it next week? I'm pretty sure it's this week unless if I'm missing something. I could go check but frankly that would take some time. It's in the afternoon on my. It would be in the if it is starting today. Because frankly, I don't have good memory. It'd be starting in the afternoon if I remember correctly. They always do like 3:45 3:30, depending on 3, between 3 or 4 p.m. The edgy parts are well for Kaye. Yeah, they do not really hold back on it. The only thing they're missing is, oh great. I just realized that this clumsy ass girl here is gonna get wings. She's supposed to be like Mesh, and all of a sudden she's gonna ditch her shield and then all of a sudden have angelic wings. Are you kidding me? I hope Maple doesn't stick with that damn golden shield. She fits better with the shield she originally had in the key visual. Did she just drop into some... Oh, okay. Yeah, in some games you actually get damaged from falling so high, or sometimes you actually die. In other games, you don't take damage even if you fall from the highest place in a damn game. Because they wanted because they want to consider the balance of the mechanics and the difficulty of the games and all. So I can get somewhere with that. Well, of course, with those other games, you can still die if you fall into a bottomless canyon or abyss or hole. Oh God, it's the Joker. It's a Joker, but buffer. Usually, this guy reminds me of a bunch of characters looking like a damn look like the typical gesture, evil gesture. Is she just trying to change mood? Well, he wears the mask. Yeah, basically like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's actually any Smash game in general, though. To be fair, except for the ones where you don't die and get knocked off because there's no fall off, but you can get KO'd by just being hurled over. You're going too far to the left or the right. There are some stages like that. Yeah, that's a right afterwards you can find a way back up. Was that really that tiresome? No, just another just another adventure part, just another party. Depends on the skill level of the people they're talking with right now. Want to test the waters? Oh, two pillars in the middle of nowhere in the mount in the snowy mountains. No shit, it's in the middle of nowhere. It's like the fuck. It's like what happens when you know unlock the Reggies and all, the Reggies from in the whole in third generation Pokemon games. Like the fucking ruins just pop out of nowhere. Watch it. They're just gonna meet a Reg. They're just gonna meet a Reggie Rock or something. The snow episode of oh yeah the what was it the what was it a crystal dragon or you know the diamond dragon or blue something dragon. So oh oh fuck. Well, I'm just when I'm saying dragon. Oh, well, it's Articuno. Oh, nice. Is it? Oh, okay. So this is so this is the Galarian Articuno. Okay, so this is what it's gonna look like, and when we get more content. Okay, I see you. I see how it is. Oh boy. So if you just use Devour there, that was one time. And you right? Oh, the Devil Santa one. Okay, okay, that was the one you. That was the one I was supposed to remember. She just ate that damn leg. Uh oh. What was it trying to do? That didn't do anything. I wonder if the Pokemon if the Pokemon Go raids, you know, are gonna be this difficult. If only the Articuno raid, you know, raid battles are this difficult. To be fair though, it does look more like a griffin because of the tail. That didn't do much. But yeah, Okay, that was just a weird sense of choreography there. Trap it in the whirlpool. Get the whittle damage on. Uh-oh. Hmm. How many times has she used it? Sorry, I think it was at least 3 times. Attack pattern changed. Okay, that's not good. So that's their first set. So that's their first layer of armor, kind of gone. But I'm guessing. I'm guessing she can move better now. Now it's a shadow Pokemon. Yeah, she is really struggling there. So we can't call her overpowered anymore. Huh. Okay, let's try this again. You know what bothers? Okay. You know what's a little bit that doesn't feel right? It's I feel like there's still just something a bit destroying in how they did not show the HP of that thing and how much progress. They showed it once that it didn't do much, but I feel like there should have been a more awareness of what of their progress by showing the HP bar every now and then. I'm just that's just my opinion. Wow, she was at 1 HP. She literally just used the move Endure. Oh, okay. So, oh wow, that's a big ass feather. One looks like a turtle, and one looks like some sort of Shino god. You know, reptilian turtle, whatever, and Shino god looking, or maybe a Akashi or whatever. It's a Pokemon. Quick, quick, get at Macargo. Use he has Magmar. He'll hatch faster. I'll be more impressed when she carries around a Lavatar. Because Lavatars are fucking heavy. And Ash casually carried one around without much difficulty. Silverwing? Oh, those are the animates. Okay, these guys are gonna really get on my nerves. Oh, the fox and turtle. So yeah, the Inari sort of that one sort of Japanese spirit, Japanese sort of spirit, animal spirit. So we basically got a Ninetales and what might be a Torterra. Getting magma faster with his body. But yeah, those animates are good. Those animates are literally out to try to get Maple at this point. Also, why would you want to make a impossible to beat boss? Why would you do that? I don't get the point of it. It will just make people start quitting the game if it's unbeatable. There was this one Final Fantasy boss. I don't know which generation what it was. They were talking about how it was unbeatable because the creators were idiots, did not patch up stuff, and they just like fuck it. I think it was an online MMO sort of game too. Oh God, no! Why? Why? And she is really spent. No, don't go near, don't go near me. No. Da, 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 da. Okay, no lies. That's pretty adorable. Okay, so they come with their own experience share. I swear to God, just Spadev. Of course. Pretty sure it's fine with any name. What do you expect? It's eternal! Yep, this is a Pokemon move. Oh yeah, that could have been a Pokemon move, Fire Tail. But there's a better one. It's called Fire Lash. Hibernate. Okay, that's Slack Off, and okay, never mind, never mind. That's just like a Pokeball sort of thing. Yeah, they are adorable. Yeah, I'll give it that. But geez, the naming for that turtle though. What is it about that's supposed to be syrup? Oh, looks like we're gonna get our samurai. We're gonna get our swordswoman. The one that showed up in the opening. But we just out here trying to go and play BKing, you know. You know what? I actually do like how it ends with the breakdown of what happened in the episode in the form of messages and comments. It's just like, oh, they beat this little bird monster and all. This. It's just a summary. It's just basically a summary. So yeah, it's a nice little nod there. Okay, so I'm okay with this show so far, but there's a part of me that feels like it could still get boring. Because the fight itself wasn't as, well, exciting as I hoped it would. Because, let's be fair, the monster was so jank. The 3D jank was kind of real here. Here's the thing. I've noticed there's that one distinct sort of CG where it feels like it's kind of jarring, and it's in some place like here, it's in Railgun, it was in Vinland Saga, and it was also in most production IG shows, like in like the one from Ghost in the Shell, the TV series, not the one that was released earlier, the one that was, I think it was 2006 or 2007 that I watched. That was the only good. That was the only good Ghost in the Shell series, in my opinion. Like the other ones were just meh, in my opinion. But yeah, I get to talk more about the CG before I move on to the next episode, to the next part on our menu. The CG, I'm gonna be real. It just makes me kind of appreciate that I actually do like the Yu-Gi-Oh CG better, because it feels like, because with the CG in the Yu-Gi-Oh, it feels the movements are a lot smoother, and it just doesn't feel like it's a it doesn't the the darker edges, or the darker the darker watermarks around on the CG Yu-Gi-Oh, like do not make them look exactly jarring. Like, well, they do look a little jarring, but not altogether. With the CG like this, it's not all that bad, but it can be bad depending on how the movements are. And you still have to get consistency with interaction with 2D backgrounds and all. Not have them look like they're sticking out and all. And then there's the one that is just like from fucking out of work, like the from Beastars and Hoseki no Kuni. The one in Dorohedoro. Oh boy, that's the sort of see, and I've seen this, and this is one that is sort of common and sort of, but, well, it's not rare, but it's not exactly common. It's a sort of one where where it's not exactly well drawn, to say the least, or well, the movements just like they try to be natural, but they really aren't. I can go on about it. It's not really easy to try to describe it either. But this episode, yeah, they fight in a Galarian Articuno. They get some medals. They obtain some Pokemon eggs. They hatched a Torterra. What was it? What was it on Grottle? And a Vulpix, a Galarian Vulpix. Like, I know there was an Alolan Vulpix, but this is a Galarian Vulpix. The one where it's part fire, part ghost. That's what it was. And there's a and the Torterra here may be Galarian Torterra. And just okay, I'll stop. But yeah, it's a tough call. It's not a particularly bad show, because to be frank, compared to Shield Hero and Sword Art Online, it has a lower ceiling for expectations and all, and production value. But you can't just say it's automatically a good show because it's just them going on some silly adventures and all. And depending on what's involved, it can quickly get boring. But we'll see. I mean, this this new Kasumi character, which is there's no biography written for this one. So so she's a samurai. Then let's see. And I'm guessing like she's gonna really be putting Maple in a quite of mind because she's one where she may have a lot of those moves where it cuts through defense, but I don't know. And the fact that Mabel actually struggled, like I was actually on 1 HP when they finally beat that thing, which was supposed to be unbeatable. Now, here's the thing right now. The episode screams Pokemon battles, yeah. It screams mostly Pokemon Mystery Dungeon battles, if anything. And to see, and I don't like but I'm just gonna say, why? Why would you go out and make an unbeatable boss in an MMO game? Well, what's the point of creating such a thing? Like, I know you have to make them different, like extremely different. You can make one extremely difficult, but you have to make one where at least skilled players are going to be able to beat it. Like, if they get able to beat it without any damage, cool. I've seen, like, you've seen those, boss run videos where the guys, like, they take no damage. Those people are just resetting so they can get that proper sort of run through. So it's not easy. But you want to do something like that where you create a practically unbeatable boss. I cannot agree with that. But they're the first to beat it, so at least it's not completely unbeatable. But you have to consider the plot armor those two have. Well, at least for Maple, and then that they're actually a pretty good team, and they're pretty special in one way or another. But you have to think about the others here. Like, you have to think even like how they beat it, but the most elite players can't, or parties can't. Something wrong here. The only thing you need to add is some Pokemon theme, and bam, it's Pokemon. Yeah, I would literally just call this I would literally just be calling this Pokemon art online if it came down to that point. Like, if it legit did. Like, just watch the next episode actually do something like this. I would just fucking laugh. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, my feelings are kind of mixed. Like, I do enjoy the campiness, for better or for worse. But to call it a good series, I'm not. I cannot. To call it a good series, I cannot agree to that. It's enjoyable at the very least, though. I mean, it could get better, but the ceiling is kind of low for this. The ceiling's pretty low for this show, so it really depends on your love or hate for shows like these. I mean, considering it is a season. It's true, these bosses we can be defeated by nothing one way. None other than one way is unfair. Yeah, I don't know why people would want to. Well, you have to get more than one way to beat it. Yeah, you can make them super difficult, but you have to make them beatable once the player figures out a few strategies here and there. There's a reason why people watch no damage on their boss runs. Like, why those are watched a lot compared to complete game walkthroughs, because they want to know how to beat that damn thing, right? Whatever boss or final antagonist or whatever. So yeah, so that's the end of Shield here, and so what do we want to go to next? I kind of want to get to Jibaku Shounen Hanako-kun, so I can go with that one. Video look. Hello, Ukraine. Oh yeah, hello. I don't know. Is it night? Is it afternoon or early evening where you guys at? I'm not. I frankly don't know time in Ukraine. So sorry about that. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead with Jibaku, Shonen, and Hanako-kun. And when we last let off, they were in some sort of little dimension or whatever of one of the seven wonders, and I'm guessing it's one of the some sort of guardian spirit, and it has to involve finding parts for him, but something is up with it. And you get some origami vibes with this main character, with this main male character. And then you have the the clucksy naive but adorable heroine that is in the name of crap, I forgot her name again. It was her name is Nene Yashiro. And this is gonna be quite fun, honestly. Uh, it's kind of bad. It's kind of too bad. It's only 12. It's only 12 episodes. Kind of hoping like what? How far are they with this manga? Frankly, um, there's some mixed reviews on. There's some mixed reviews on this, but to be if there's and I can understand that, but uh, it's not. I think do at least 60 chapters. It just kind of depends on what they do. There's also a one-shot manga apparently, and you're gonna see how much they cover with the source material. Hopefully, the pacing doesn't seem too bad. Like even if it's going through a lot, going pretty fast. Hopefully, the presentation is all right. Like we can roll. Like we can still basically roll with it and all. All right. So I really do gotta hurry. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this started. All right. So Jibaku Shonen Hanako-kun, episode 4. In 3, 2, 1, go. One Punch Man season 3, huh? Oh yeah, it's still going on. I wonder how many. I wonder how long this wants to go though. Cause I know there's like a lot of manga series that just go on for quite a while and then they just kind of stop. But they're not. They're still technically not done. They're still publishing or just kind of on hold. Beloved. Isn't this his usual shojo thing where we have the female character just kind of relay what has happened so far? it's like they reached the final boss room. That's what really happened. Saki Series Part 2. Okay. Oh wow. If you try to what the hell? Yep. Oh. I mean, they didn't know it was gonna come down to this. Looks like we're gonna meet the head hunch. You up to? It's literally like she just stepped out of that card. No, that was a lie. What? Just look at yourself. just, just look at yourself and get a good idea. Oh man. Has she even considered looking at her own reflection, or can she not look at her own reflection though? Oh boy. So what is she really up to here? She breathes life into it, and now it's a fucking. Oh great. Well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The legs are just so. She has a fucking. Well, that's a failed That's a failed Frankenstein experiment. Yeah, it's wacky. Yeah, it's so wacky, you know, man. Uh-oh. Wow. No, you don't. Oh, so apparently, if you make contact with, so the scissors just turn it into some twist. Okay, yeah. No, can't rely on this one. You can do it within his territory, but not within hers. Oh, he just gets left hanging. Wow, what a cruel fate, though. I hope they can bring him back. Yeah, yeah, you can still bring them. Yeah, you can still bring them back. They're not technically dead. There is no concept of life or death here. Yeah. As long as you don't give up, you get your ass out of here in one piece. Anything? I did not sign up for this. If, I think is she going? Is it like that one part where? Yeah, it's that same situation from Rescues Down Under where Iwana, that one big ass Komodo dragon, was sent down to search for that rock's eggs. If anyone's watched that Disney film, by the way. You think? Oh, you just gotta take a chance at this point. Just kind of really vague as to why she wants a perfect looking doll so bad. Guessing for company. No. Oh, you see where the scales formed because she splashed because she came in contact with the water. It's kind of funny and cute when they show like the fucking sound effects. You just comes up with sound effects like these, like you're a fucking win. You're a fucking MVP. Just saying. It really sells the comedy better. Is is the chat okay here? The chat just suddenly got quiet all of a sudden. The hell? Want to see that person she loved. It'd be like that. But then it also said thank you sensei or something. Hmm. Uh okay, so yeah, the real Misaki is the sensei she fallen in love with. So she fell in love with the sensei. Okay. Makes sense now. How did she become one of the seven guardians here though? But the sensei. Did the teacher die in an accident or something, or did he become ill? Uh oh. Hmm. Yeah. Oh. So it makes sense with the stairs, with the whole stairs thing. And she's not aware and she's not aware that Sensei is the victim. She's getting more and more ominous as he goes through the pages. The thing is, what's her real name and what does she ultimately want in the end? Like, because we don't know what her ideal image, what ideal image she wants. Yeah. Yeah, this whore doesn't even care. Just in the nick of time too. How do you do that though? Huh? Scissors, huh? Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just the scissors because the thread. Oh, hmm. That's quite right. Well, it doesn't seem like they can like severely harm you. So just step on them. Yep, he gained his powers in the nick. He gained his authority in the nick of time. Yeah, what she did right now clearly just violated was a clear violation of whatever the case. Because there was supposed to be a sense of order and she just violated it. Okay, so yeah, she was okay. So yeah, she wasn't a student. She was obviously one of the guardians. Like, but even before that. It can age though? Hmm. Yeah, she's a ghost bound to this place. And hmm. Wow. Well, so that explains a lot. She just wasn't. She just was. She was just quite denounced. She decided to just say fuck everything, and because there is no way she's gonna be satisfied with making another Yashiro. Oh, please tell me you can change him back. Okay, okay, that's good. Uh, oh, okay, so she's not a ghost. She's a spirit. Whoa, wait. Easy. The last thing we need, a little cute little fox spirit. Another one. Just like DJ Khaled. Another one. We have one in Shield Hero and now here. Great. So we got two adorable two adorable little characters now. Yeah. What she did wasn't right. And she's still a brat, but at least we know she ain't evil anymore. Too late. I'm just gonna be referring to her as Fox and well a lot did happen. I feel you for that. Oh, that's sweet. I give it that. Left on a good note. Uh-oh. Yeah, that crane. This man is up to no good. What's his? What is this guy's? What is he scheming? What is he up to? There's another one of those little. Oh, looks like we're gonna get introduced to another one of these spirits. And this man gets left behind. No, you'll be fine. You'll turn back you'll turn back on your own at some point. Where is everyone today? Jesus, they just reduced down to 4 here. Did everyone just want to go ahead and did everyone just go prep for the to watch the Super Bowl or something? Are you really just gonna portray something anime like this? I'm just kidding. I mean, if you gotta do what you gotta do. But just to be fair, like you're just gonna be asking like, wait, where's the stream? I posted the stream like earlier the other day, and you're supposed to know that it's there. Like so, if you couldn't come, it's kind of so if you couldn't come, it's kind of on you. Frankly, I don't know if I'm going to watch the Super Bowl myself because it depends on how interested I am. Frankly, I'm pretty sure I might not end up watching much of it at all, to be honest. But yeah, this is a other than that, this is a really good episode. Okay, well, okay, I won't say really good, but it's a solid episode. At least we get to a bit, we get some character exploration here and there. Shows bus. Stop. They're talking about Operation 5, the confession tree. Oh, so okay, so the usual trope where when they start when high school when they're confessing, like it's usually in the back of the school, but sometimes it's usually there's always this joke. The confession is usually under a fucking tree. Well, I don't care what tree it is. Well, it's mostly an evergreen, but like it's usually, and then there's now gonna be some rumor spread about it. Something about this show and what studio there is. I actually I undercut this. I kind of take this show to a bit too much for granted because they do something that you usually would think Shaft would do. Um, unfortunately, you don't get those cool looking graphics and those notable looking designs in something like Elite Classroom the Elite or Scum's Wish. You can't. Monster Musume is something else. Well, actually, I guess the comedy parts of Monster Musume does have that sort of design. Gakugarashi too. Well, I don't know about Undefeated Bahamut. I have not watched Machine Doll. Funny enough. Also be also based, huh? But it's more notably Danganronpa. I think it's because it's the different there's a more than one collective group of staffs for a particular show like that. Danganronpa I will try to find my way to watch one day. It's just that I'm looking through the Danganronpa entries and I'm just trying to figure out. I know I'm gonna watch the major one first, but it's just like a lot of these are out. A lot of these are out of order, sort of out of order. It's just like which part do you want to watch for? Which sequel do you want to watch first? Well, that's something I'm trying to figure out here. I'll figure out, and once I figure that out, I'll be able to check that out on my own. Um, okay, so I feel they might be some bad guys that want something from Hanako. I mean yeah, that would that's kind of obvious, but the confession in school, the roof of shade or the balcony of a tree, it's usually somewhere, and you can it's fodder for room to spread rumors and all. So there's something like that. It's just like, oh, did you hear that when they were doing a tree and like this and this happened? Something along those lines. So yeah, it's a good episode nonetheless. But we're gonna have to move on. So which one? So we have two more episodes. Hopefully I can cover them within this amount of time. Which one do I want to go with first? Do I want to go to Kyokufuri or Somali to Mori? I was hoping more people would show up for Rikei, but I'm seeing not a whole lot of people for that yet. I'm still wondering where did everyone go. I could go with. I guess I could go with Kyokufuri though. Yeah, let's go with that. But last week on Inspector or Kyokufuri, whatever you call it. Our Kotoko is now teaming up with Saki or Yumihara, like whatever you want to refer to her to. Kotoko and Saki are now involved with some sort of in some sort of case involving a faceless the faceless uh, a faceless yokai who was originally an idol, if I'm not mistaken. Not gonna lie, I miss Monster Musume. Hope it gets a season two. That'd be nice if it does get season two. Although I cannot, I honestly don't care as much as I would want to because I waited too long for that. And Monster Musume is something where now that like having watched a lot of anime now and seeing similar stuff, it's just kind of okay-ish. It's not particularly amazing to me anymore, but it's still entertaining at least. So yeah. Last time, Saki and Kotoko are pretty much gonna team up on this case. It's gonna see how their dynamics go. Cause for some reason our main guy here, our Shin Chi looking guy, who is eaten, who is an enemy of all other yokai and can basically poison you, basically poison them, and because he's eaten three kinds of yokai flesh, and his girlfriend just kind of broke up for some, because relate for reasons related to such. So yeah, I want one. The Crow might. There was a time skip, and Crow might be onto the same case too, but I really don't know for sure. But we're gonna find out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this up. Like if everyone's ready and all. I'm just gonna shut this off and open this one up. So it's gonna be episode 4 of Inspector. Okay. Hey, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. The plainest looking apartment room you can ever see. I wonder why you would need a cap like that when you just be spraying like when it sprays like that. That's weird. Well, by declaration, she is. Mm. Smart. This man is just like, get me out of here. He's a guy who's just regretting life in general. So what's wrong with that, then? What's wrong with him not being human? I'd only have a problem if you touch him, you die. Like then I have a problem. But it doesn't seem to be the case here. she is master of them all, sort of. She's sort of like their. I guess she's like their. She's like those sort of entities, psychiatrist in a way. Right? All right. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I get the case that you want to prevent something from happening by making a case that she is trouble, like right early before she actually does something bad. But trying to base on circumstantial vague evidence is like not good, not exactly the best solution. I mean, look at the Kick Vic situation. They're accusing him based on based on circumstantial evidence. It's not like circumstantial evidence is invalid. It's just that it's not that reliable. It doesn't answer everything. Uh oh. Oh, okay. Nah, Curl's probably onto the same case. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, ow. What are we fucking Shiro again? You won't die even if you kill him or something. There's probably a it's a mistranslate. I'm pretty sure it's a mistranslation. I don't. I'm not gonna condone that, but still. There's a price to pay. And that's what Edward, kind of how what Edward Eric kind of had to pay. He had to pay with an arm to use alchemy. Okay, that's really not the case, but it was a price to pay when he tried to use, human transmutation. Huh. What was that? What's this yokai called again? The one that always looks like just humongous human skeleton, or at least, or it doesn't always have to walk by like bipedal. It sometimes walks on four legs, but hmm, bro, this old man. He's like that guy, and Aoi-chan can't study. Okay, so that's how she started getting popularity so fast. Don't worry, we're still on. This is not the wrong anime. We're just. Gosh, that bust size though, I swear. She basically was part of She's part of She actually gets to star in an anime. Oh, Skeletor. Yeah, yeah. That I should have thought about that too. So is she supposed to be some magical girl idol or what? Okay. It was bound to have. Wow. Wow. There's even now occult sight surrounding her. That's very disturbing. So this is now is going back to. You'd have to think of yokai. Maybe it's yokai work, or maybe there's actual murderer. Because that sort of accident always look that sort of case looks at all usually looks accidental. I do apologize if I'm kind of I almost lost concentration here because of what's going on next to me right now. Whether it's true or not, with the rumors they spread, it just tainted her. It just basically tainted her career, and that's what would lead to her death. Obviously, things are starting to come together here. Just want to know exactly how. Hmm. So, even without the details, stuff is kind of starting to make sense. It's not like it's just like a bit boring, but it's just like it just makes sense. It just makes sense without being too vague. So like that one girl in the first episode of Tokyo Ghoul that gave Kaneki her powers, she dies via steel beam. Well, yeah, I can see her bearing that sort of grudge for spreading rumors. Hmm. 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 So maybe she was forcefully brought back as a spirit. But she acted like an automaton. Hmm. Yeah, sums up. Maybe it's an artificial spirit created in the imagery of her, and that the real one is somewhere else. I think that could be the case. Maybe that's what Crow is up to, because he probably most definitely heard about this. So something behind us, the creator of the site. So stuff is getting a little bit creepy now. Don't trust so. I mean, don't trust everything online. It just it's a painful But at the same time, like even stuff that doesn't come from the internet is not exactly that easy to trust. Just don't trust anything. Don't trust anything that easily. Basically. But would it be that easy though? I would get if there was like high winds, something would fall. But yeah, that's her. Someone definitely, you know, dropped those beams on purpose. Hence why she's faceless. Oof. Naturally, because you want to know the whole truth of someone who was quite famous at one point. Huh? Do you think Dene-san's probably responsible? Because of some statement she made? Maybe it's a cryptic one. Uh-oh. Oh. Nothing to worry about. Just your friendly little neighbor yokai. Okay, that was some bounce from the bed though. But did you see the rebound like that she took? Calm down, dude. You're just freaking out even more. Okay. Now she knows who she's dealing with. Yay! Yeah, really? Easy, dude. Your blood pressure. Oh wait. All red face. You don't. I'm wondering how she's able to see. Okay, well, I'm guessing if the yokais allow her to see them, or like she it's because she came in contact with someone who was involved with yokai. So is she having a seafood chow mein? Oh, one of the little messengers. It's a little schoolboy. All these different looking ones. I'm not even gonna comment on that. Like, um, yeah. Something's controlling that thing. That thing. Someone or something. Oh hey, it's our guy. Oh, he's not looking so good. He's not exactly super strong. Let's be real here. Yep. Yeah. I mean, what did I tell you? He was onto the same case all this time. Damn. I wish they would play that ending, but it's got really serious, so I can get it. A monster of the imagination. Hmm. So the thing is, I'm guessing whatever the case is, she was probably forcefully brought back to be commanded to do vengeful looking stuff, things. I think that's what may have happened. Frankly, I don't know what happened. Well, I hope I don't get spoiled with what the manga tells. I just rather want to do that figuring out myself because this is a mystery series, and I'd rather not get spoiled for that. But that was a good episode. Some nice interactions here and there. We can kind of get to see more of the adorable charm that is Hanako, like how sharp the sort of kind of like the witty dialogue here and there, and we get and then that there's like a mist of a sense of mystery, and there's a sense of like this uneasiness, and then I like the fact that there's still a balance of comedy here. Now, the depending on how it's balanced and how the people standards, sometimes the balance might not be appealing to some people. Sometimes it is. I mean, I cannot see why people would be disinterested because of something else. But I mean, really like the interactions between Kodako and Saki. Yeah, that's some pretty amusing stuff. Like because you literally have two your your declared girlfriend and then your ex, like basically in the same room, talking about stuff or maybe fighting at this point, but it's an interesting team up that they're gonna have. Whether or not one party will approve of it or not. I mean, obviously, like obviously, Saki's not up for it initially, but at this point, she's gonna have to help out. And of course, Crow, our main guy, of course he was involved because he disappeared for weeks. Like, I have something to do because, but who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? Of course, it was kind of expected though, to be honest, that he was going to be involved in the very same case. Now the thing now I could go on about my theories of what could have possibly happened with Nanase and why she's like this, even though she's not like I would get why she might be vengeful, but Kodako said she sensed no sense of ill will or intent, and yet that thing is out to destroy things, and so you'd have to think something is commanding, something is controlling that thing, but who is it? And does it involve the like now it's his sister? Like what is it? Does the sister know more about stuff that they don't know yet? Is that sister also responsible for her father's death? That's something to kind of consider as well. I mean, people like all these snobbish elites will be like, of course it's gonna be them, but dude, like, oh, do you know for sure? Did you just cheat ahead with the manga or something? Like, I want to call out those sort of people. Like, yes, if it's expected, yes, like, probably it's probably that. But I want to see how they figure this out. Like, at the very least, that's the interesting part of it. Like I don't care if you're just gonna call a series just because you say it's easily predictable. Like, at least, like, if you want, yes, we want an unpredictable show. Case is cool too. But at the same time, it's just like if it presents itself, if the twist presented isn't as mind blowing as as expected, then that fails too. Um, Her scene though scares her ex with that ghost kid. Check her website. Hold up. Um, What do you mean? Which website? The one with the Nanase? No. If you're talking about that one, no, I'm not visiting that site. I'm not gonna get. I don't want to know if that thing got ads and cookies and all that, or this computer suddenly gets cursed or something. Like, I don't want that. Just kidding, but I do need to move on though. So it's a good episode. Maybe if not great episode. I kind of wish they played the ending though, but you could tell this is it's a rather serious episode, so you know what's coming up. Um, so I guess we can just go ahead with the Somali to Mori no Kamisama. If everyone's okay with that. Somali to Mori from where we last left off. Somali and that one rabbit guy, like, they wandered off somewhere, and they're in trouble because involving some sort of huge, monster that looks like a mushroom and all. And the our golem character has kind of took notice that Somali is more likely in trouble. Can he make Can he make it before anything worse happens? We'll see. I'm still at a loss at why this show is underrated, though. Guess, but I guess just points back to what I've stated in previous videos that like the mainstream standards have pretty much changed in these past few years. Because all they want to see is fucking shonen stuff right nowadays. That's basically the mainstream right now. So it's gonna be episode 4, if I'm not mistaken. So, right, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Pe- People just say Eizouken's they're gonna be animated of the year, but I already think this one, this show is better than that childishness of Yusa's works. Personally. Oh yeah, never mind. It's the It's that sort of Fox guy that is the source. There's the new trouble here. Yeah. Oh, tension's gone. Tension's gone. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, you don't want all these monsters just kind of rampaging around and possibly come to the surface. And that too. You did kind of strip it from its you know rooted site. So it's sort of like a sort of a symbiotic relationship. It's not like a parasitic sort of relationship because it's feeding on the sap. Yes. Someone wants to search for that file. Yeah, the kids are little kids are a little bit stubborn. Might as well just roll with it. Obviously not. You got big ass monsters disguised or something or rumbling around, ready to eat you at any moment. Oh, that's cool. Jeez, this sort of ethereal, sort of setup we got. These these weird looking creatures, these weird looking ecosystems. It's this show is something. It's something else right now. I'm not saying it's an original, but it's still really pretty to see. You gotta commend her bravery. Dude, you're a rabbit. You can jump. You can jump easily. Yeah, see, you're fine. Oh, those are mushroom spore. Interesting. It's weird as hell world. How they fell is kind of felt weird though. Oh god, I gotta ask again. Did the chat just die or something? This one will do. Oh. Oh shit. What is that? Sushi lizard? Hopefully it's friendly. Or not. Want. Is that big lizard the guardian of the of this place? Oh, so it's a mother as well. Hmm. Doesn't look like it's gonna be attacking. It's sort of the equivalent of a mother bear, if you think about it. Yeah, it's the guardian. Mm-hmm. Well, we gotta hurry before that flower dies. He was overly concerned. Hmm. Yeah, that was too. That was a bit too cold. But you got again. The golem doesn't really know about empathy. But then again, he is concerned for her well-being. So that's why he's that uptight. I can completely understand that. Given that and the fact that he doesn't know too well about emotions, it makes this a bit more understandable and not something that feels forced. Yeah. Very underrated advice. Do not instill fear into your child. A lot of anime moms and dads kind of fail at that. Let's be fair. Endeavor, for example, he fails at that. He ran away. Oh, oh no, she's sick. It must have been from the spores. You see? Do you see the? You hear the urgency in his voice. Yeah, she is human. Yeah, he failed. It is kind of on him to not notice that. It's kind of weird how that little thing is just kind of moving. Okay, that's good. He's sta- he's starting to have some showcasing of emotions. He's just like or feeling or feelings that are not like something of like an automaton, not something artificial. It's just like he blames himself for not being noticed to her. He blames so he is kind of up a little bit angry at Somali for straying off on her own. There's no such thing as being the perfect parent figure. And anyone who thinks whatever they say or do as a parent is absolutely right, they don't deserve to be parents. That's good to see. Good. Oh, now for me. Now for me said something similar. Good medicine always tastes bitter. I know it might be just a fancy with the subs and all, but still, that's funny. Damn. Uh, oh no. I know it's sweet and all, but we know the truth here. As we already know the truth here. She doesn't know, of course. That's what's going to be messed up. And then, uh, is the manga still going on? I wonder. Like, uh-oh. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. Just a heads up. Like, you gotta remember, like, your condition and the promise you made, and yeah. Well, gotta brace for the worst when it does come. We hate it. I don't want to go through this whole thing, why death is a really hard thing to talk about. We never talk about death in a lighthearted way. Damn. That that part when she just like when she just when Somali just goes up and you know when she apologizes, and then like, and then the golem just like he says like, oh, I'm sorry too, like I was being a bit too harsh. And then of course like, oh, would you stay for me? Yes, I do. I promise. But we know the situation with with our golem guy here, and it's not a pleasant one, just to say the least. We gotta have to be ready when this shit hit the whip emotionally. But at the same time, if the golem can, figure out about the meaning of emotions at all with his interaction with Somali, at least his life will feel more worth it in the end. At least that's what I think. The wandering birds, some sort of birdie clan and something. Cool. All right. So I know what's next. Rikei Koi episode 6. Before I get to that. Oh jeez. What happened with the chat here, guys? Like, is everyone just gone? Because I'm about to dive into Rikei Koi, the one that the most that everyone the regulars used to anticipate them a lot, and I'm about to go on that. And where is everyone here? Where is everybody? I frankly don't know if how much I'm going to enjoy it if not enough people are in the chat. Not enough people in the chat right now. What happened to everyone today? Like I did say, I'm guessed because of the Super Bowl. I don't even know. I could check if it's generally today, unless if I'm just tripping here. Yeah, it's the Super Bowl. So I'm guessing why everyone is missing today is because everyone fucking backstabbed me and decided to prepare for the Super Bowl. Probably driving to there right now. I don't know which stadium though, but or at least no, not driving to the stadium. Like prepping, making the snacks and all that. Prepping, getting the fly. Inviting friends over and all to watch it. I can get it why. So I mean. It's not like my situation's gonna be there, but it's a show that's just gonna make us dead from laughing. Yeah, that's why I'm a little complacent. Why a lot of people are not here right now. I would think I'm pretty sure like everyone is gonna be here for next. Everyone, there's gonna be more people here like always. There's going to be more people next week. Like everyone's going to return and all. But the thing is, like, I don't want y'all to, next week I come just like, wait, did you? It was like, wait, I wasn't caught up with this one. You had your chance, like to be with me in the stream, but you chose to follow a football game. So, which is fine, but you gotta consider you gotta consider the trade off for that. I'm just saying. So, yeah, it's gonna be Rikei Koi. Last episode was pretty damn funny. They're running all these damn experiments and all, and they're not done yet. They are definitely not done. And I think last time was the personal space sort of experiment, or the feeding, the part with the part with the when you're trying to say and then Ayame is just goes over and noms instead. that shit was hilarious. And I knew the rinse repeat thing was gonna come, and just like and I'm just like, wait, what? What? Man, this show is too much though. I don't know. Like people are just sleeping on this show. But then again, all 12 episodes were already released in Amazon Prime Japan for some reason. So fuck you, Amazon Prime. All right. So to finish off this stream. Unfortunately, with not as much people in the chat, I see 5 people. Like I know Nick's talking up. I don't know about the other 4. Like where are you at? I'll make sure I'm gonna check the chat for that later. Okay, did I just get a chat or something? Okay, well, never mind. It's just something about Funimation that I was notified, but nothing about it because Funimation is shit, and we know, They just don't wanna. They just don't want to admit it. But let's go ahead and pull up Rikei. I mean, would want this one. The thing is, at least when this video will post a little later. I don't know. At least within a few hours after I end the stream, and then you can just check on it. Although because I'm frankly a bit too preoccupied to really put timestamps on, you're gonna just have to figure it out. But Rikei is usually at the tail end of almost every stream. I will make sure of that. Save the best for last, you know. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this started. So this is gonna be episode 6, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, let's just go and get this started. So episode 6. If you of Rikei, just in case if you guys are searching for or wondering about the number. So 3, 2, 1, go. Sorry, I'm just checking the chat here. Wait, did I turn on the subs yet? Okay, I did. Never mind. I was tripping there. I still don't like the the bear thing. I feel like it's just like that was unnecessary. Yeah, this OPA, I don't particularly love it, but I still like it because it has that sort of bouncing sappy but adore charm to it, and it does its role well. Especially for a series that really has a low ceiling of expectations. Times you didn't want to kiss. Oh, she just like doesn't want to because of the situation. Yeah, it's true, Nick. The bear is not completely hateable, but oh no. Um, yeah, true. You gotta think about the atmosphere, the setup for it. I mean, it's kind of elementary. Well, okay, not elementary, but you gotta know it. It's kind of logical. Yeah, that part, like that one. It makes sense here. Mm-hmm. Oh, but of course, it's going to be going to science. Definitely not that. But seriously, why would you go there for the? Why would you want to attend that on the for a date? Uh huh. Based on your observation in the 2D world. All right, what you got, man? All right, 9 setups, 9 scenarios, 9 possible cases. Not with people watching. You gotta think about the number of people too, because you need that. There's a reason why we just call out PDA. 20 decibel, 7 decibels. Oh god, so okay, yeah, we definitely don't want to do that in the True, because you want that sort of serene set. You want just kind of in your little the feeling of like, oh, you guys are just able to do it alone comfortably. Yeah, but oh yeah, that works. But only if you're not just. It only works if you're doing it out of the act, out of, out of the actual, you know, just on a whim, like not something just for the sake of an experiment. Beats me. That has to be pretty ideal. Hmm. Oh, what's up, Bruce Banner? Or more like Japanese Arnold Schwarzenegger. Huh? Wait a minute. Automatically. So okay, so some of this makes sense. I'm not even bothering about the very minute details of it, but basically you just factor shit in. You gotta consider like what contributes to what. as much. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. I'm a bit taken aback by this too. Okay? Beauty index. They really need a calculus like equation for that. Or more like an algebraic one. Third party, like the people in the back. Hmm. So it's like a sort of it has to be somewhere in the middle with this. You gotta achieve that equilibrium or something. Achieve that middle point for the peak. Hmm. I just saw the picture and like in the reflection, it's a bear kissing the bear. What? Okay, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this mix and match shit again. Please, no. I mean, I know what is. I can understand the intent, but control stage. Oh, of course she worried. Oh, oh, yes, yes. No, they don't do it lip to lip. They don't usually do that, unless if they're in a homosexual relationship. It's not like in France where. Never mind. Oh, this guy's not even gonna be. No, I don't believe in him. This man. Yep, yep. He's not. Yep, counter is this one. This is not gonna work out. Oh, okay. So it's just a kiss on the hand. I feel absolutely nothing. Oh no. Oh, we're not doing. Oh, we're not doing this, please. This is Oh. Oofs. Well, it's a little bit more backstory to tell. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, okay. I'll let you. No! Oh, no. Oh, it's every BL lover's dream. Right here. Super Saiyan 2! What's this song in the background? Who set this up? It's like this fucking slow, oldie sort of music, moped music playing. Don't worry, she doesn't have as much stamina. Well, that didn't work. Of course, their pairing's gonna come down to that. Yep, not gonna work out. That one's never working out. Yeah, she's a teaser. And now, no. How is this gonna go down? Don't you fucking disappoint me here. It's something out of it. Tony is not rocket science, though, in the end. And they're gonna realize that at some point. Oh, you gotta protect that one. You gotta protect that smile. Okay, that's setting right. Just fluctuate a little bit. Come on. Oh god, I know. And something's gonna. Can someone shoot down that helicopter, please? Can someone shoot down that helicopter, please? I swear. I don't care if it goes to Black Hawk Down because of that. But uh, can someone call Dio, please? Nope. The Helicopter-kun ruined everything. I am never going to look at a helicopter the same way again because of this. But you could say it would have been a success. It's just that some idiot. Oh, you don't even care anymore. You don't even care anymore. Yes? Not yet. I know, but there's more than just those elements you mentioned. There's other things too. Like, come on, man. Like something even way before this whole experiment thing. Way before we start talking about it. They're gonna get interrupted again, aren't they? Really? That's well. Well, I guess that works for okay for now. I was about to ask the same thing. Fucking. there is Truck-kun, there is Bench-kun, and now we have Helicopter-kun. Put it in the books, y'all. That's the new criminal. Top 10 cock blockers in the anime. Number 1, a helicopter. Number 2, I don't know what number 2 would be, honestly. But I mean, that's the joy. That's sort of enjoyment you get from this show because like this is just for the shits and giggles, like how they try to go about to try to prove it with rocket science. But you know that there is sort of a romantic like already there. They're just using whole thing as an excuse right now. But then there's a part of it that makes sense when you look at their backstories too. It's not the most clean cut thing in the world, but those two. Oh, that's another setup for something like romance, I guess. Because when you drunk, you usually tell out your whole feelings, right? I mean, theoretically, that's speaking. Wow. This is not. To be fair, this is a show with a low ceiling of expectations, but it's a sleeper hit for sure. Like halfway through, I already know what the deal is with the show, and frankly, I can understand why people might skip out on this. It's not exactly something that screams a lot of attention, but it does have its charm with it. You know what this thing is? Okay, so I don't think it's really Yukirima and Ereba's, thing that worked out better. It was the one with Iraba and Ayame. Like that one was because I think they skipped it though. They skipped it though because it was already done by Iraba. Like that girl on girl kiss, but y'all know how most of us boys, want that sort of want that sort of situation, want that sort of action, man. Like no lies at all. Whether we home or hetero, like that's the that's the thing. Well, I don't know about the one. I don't know about the homo part, but yeah, it's a hidden sleeper for sure. I mean, it kind of just established itself that way. All right. So there isn't really much to really say about it. It's all for the laughs. I mean, well, I will say something about trying to achieve that sort of mood. Like, let's be fair. I don't think you're gonna have a really romantic sort of outing in a noisy ass place like the airport, or like near a train station, or like in a busy ass city, or during a damn concert or something. Well, okay, so there are those views, that can do that in a concert, but that's only if they're already in a relationship. That's where I can get some. That's where I can get to somewhere. But there are some cases where you can actually have that set up too, as long as the noise doesn't seem to interrupt their mindsets in any way. There's also the proximity. You also got to think about the number of surrounding people, like that could be distracting and all. You can also have to think about how close you're staring, because if you stare too much, stuff gets awkward, and it may turn out good or bad depending on the duration of it. This show is way too much fun. Like as much as lowbrow as it is. Man, I could go on for more, but frankly, I do gotta bounce out pretty soon. So yeah, all these. So none of them. So I don't know what I'm gonna be. I might retire from this lineup. I want to give Shield Heroine one more try. More episodes. I know the other five are keepers, but it's just that because they were initially lower on my priority list. Like I've said before, these are just going to be regulated to Sunday reactions like this, and this is why I set up the thumbnail for that as low budget as it's not the most sophisticated looking thumbnail or setup I have, but it kind of works, I guess. But there really isn't much to say. You just get the hilarity of the parts of it, and man, that blown kiss though. I have a new, I have a new enemy. It's a helicopter. But it's a joy of the show, and I can't wait. And it's sad that we're already halfway through, because the subs for the shows are releasing. Because this, if I'm not mistaken, that like the episodes were all released already. They're just, I think they're just, I'm not so sure. They're doing only once per week. Releasing once per week on televised, or like maybe the subs are just be releasing only once per week at a time. But yeah, this is a fun. This was another fun stream. Okay, so The great. So if I want to be rating something right now, Isekai Quartet is just Isekai Quartet. We know what's up. Shield Hero is just something where I'm just rolling with the campiness of it. Shibaku Shounen Hanako-kun is enjoyable too. I don't have really high praise for it, but it really establishes a really fun, a pretty charming, but also like it has a sense, it has its own style. And it does have a style to it that's only really replicated by Assassination's Classroom and Danganronpa. But there's also a sense of deep, some sort of cryptic, tone to it or whatnot. The Kyokusuru it has that sort of nice blend of romance, comedy, supernatural, mystery, and mystery to it. It's a nice blend, and it's an underrated series for sure. I can get what now the production values for Kyokusuru or Inspector are not really that high compared to the likes of Haikyuu or to the Haikyuu or Boku no Hero Academia, but Boku no Hero Academia is kind of trash at this point. But it still established itself as another sleeper hit, which I feel like more people need to look at. I can get but I did state before why some people might drop it just because they may not like how the stuff is put together, and I can get that. Somali to Mori, it already established itself slice of life fantasy, but there's a sense of sadness to it that reminds me of Suka Suka and a little bit of Mahousukai no Yome. There's also, and then of course Rikei Koi. I've already mentioned what it is, what it is, and it's sort of that sort of like rom com series. It's a rom com series, not set in a high school this time. I cannot say it's as good as Kaguya-sama, but it does hold to its own despite the subpar production values or the budget it has. Like it still makes for good entertainment. And what's the better thing about it is like we don't have a particularly big cast to work with. Like we only have like what 7. And if I'm not mistaken, Kaguya-sama has I think actually no, like I think what works with both these shows is that they have a really small main cast. Although Kaguya-sama has a lot more overall cast of characters in general. Like if you count the supporting cast as well, including the narrator. Like because the narrator does sort of count as another character as well. So yeah. But Kaguya-sama it just works out better because it does have a better animation and the sort of style to it. So that's an edge. And it has that sort of thing where it reminds you of something from Death Note or even like Ultimate Survivor, which the latter I really need to check on at some point in time. But like they both entertain in one way or another, and they do have their sort of set like here like with Kaguya-sama they're trying to do so to prove that they're not in love. To prove that they're not in love. Here is the opposite. They're trying to prove they are in love, and we know they are. But they're trying to go through the hilly-billy of. Did I say hilly-billy? Sorry. They're trying to go through the complicated process of trying to prove it with rocket science sort of stuff, and that's the fun part of it. We get to see how these guys try to pull it together, and it makes for great comedy, in my opinion. Even if you don't follow the whole damn scientific mathematical explanations, you don't really need to sweat with that part, to be honest. It's just a little, it just kind of spices things up, in my opinion. It's just you just look at the how complicated, just like what are they trying to do here? Are they trying to Like, what's the point of exact numbers here? Kaguya-sama and Rikei have the smallest main cast, to be honest. Yeah, I've never really seen cast this particularly small. Well, there are shoujo series where you think the main cast is small, but the cast of all the other characters is particularly large. And it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like there's just a small cast because there's the surrounding members. But with Kaguya-sama and Rikei, because of how they're set up, it makes the focus on number of characters is not as big at all, and it's within the particular surroundings, and it's not like it just kind of expands out, but. But yeah, that's kind of what makes those shows click. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. So it's not a good stream. Unfortunately, I know not enough people kind of came today, and I can get it because today is a Super Bowl. Hopefully next week there'll be more people. Hopefully, and there's just much more to look at for up to look forward to for next week. That's all I really gotta say. So thank you guys for to the few who did come out to the stream today. I do apologize if it isn't as enthusiastic as I wish it'd be because not enough people just kind of to interact with. But it's all right. It's all right. Everything should be fine next week. So this is Radio Station signing off. So thank you guys again. And we'll see you next time.